when this brutal cold already appears to be claiming lives right here in Metro Detroit. Two men, both in their 70s, found dead outside in two separate locations. 7 Action News reporter Anu Prakash tells us what happened.
One of those victims found here in Ecorse, a former city councilman and city clerk found frozen to death across the street from his home.
I was wondering what happened, if, somebody might have been out in the cold and, died from the severe cold weather.
Janine McQueen is devastated hearing the news that her longtime neighbor, Gary Salmons, was found dead on the sidewalk here on Elton. Around 8 this morning, she looked out her window and saw EMS and police and a man she now knows was Salmons on the ground.
I'm familiar with his clothes, and so I was kind of wondering if it was him. He just had tan pants on and his jacket on. It's devastating now because I was hoping it wouldn't be someone I knew.
According to city officials, Salmons worked for the city of Ecorse on and off over the course of a few decades. He was a city councilman, city clerk, and treasurer. He also taught social studies at Ecorse Public Schools. Randy Chavez says he used to work with Salmons. He heard Salmons may have been out in the brutal cold for hours before being spotted.
Yeah, it's terrible. This is messed up. And for him to be out here last night, should have just stayed home. It's sad. It's a really sad situation. Yeah, but we lost a good man. He's done a lot for our city.
And on Detroit's west side, also around 8 this morning, police say the family of a 70-year-old man found him frozen to death just outside his home on Webb. He's been identified as Tyrone Johnson. Police say Johnson was not dressed for the weather and had on minimal clothing. Family members told them he had a history of mental health and medical issues. 2 tragedies in this dangerously cold weather.
Keep out of the cold if you can. Stay indoors.
Autopsies are expected to be performed to determine the exact cause of death. Meanwhile, police say these tragedies are reminders of just how deadly these cold temperatures can be. I'm Anu Prakash, 7 Action News.